Hi guys, Mark here, hope you're all well today. Well, if you want to know what I think about KTM's 690 Duke, stay tuned and I'll let you know what I think about it. Hey guys, well I hope you're all well. We've got a KTM 690 Duke for you today. Let's run through the specifications first on this amazing fun little bike. 692cc single cylinder water cooled 4-stroke motor on this. This is the LC4, widely proven by KTM, used in a lot of their bikes like the 690 SMCR, Husqvarna 701. It's got the twin spark ignition, so it's nice and smooth. This has got a 14-litre fuel tank, and these bikes are surprisingly economical, a good 60 to 70 to a gallon out of these, so you should get a good range of about 150 odd miles. Now, coming in new, these were £7,699. Unfortunately, they've discontinued these models now, but you can still get good decent second-hand ones around about the £5,000 mark. Tyres on these, 120/70 on the front and a 160 on the rear, and these are running Metzeler Sporttech M7. 835mm seat height. I'll just put a quick cut scene of me on the bike, and bear in mind I'm 5'7" with a 30-inch inside leg. Now, the real star of the show that makes these bikes so much fun is power to weight ratio. These come in at 152 kilos without fuel, so super light and incredible fun to ride these are. WP non-adjustable suspension on the front, giving a very good ride, so no electronic suspension on this. Got a WP rear shock in there with preload adjustment. So this engine puts out around about 72 horsepower at 8,000 RPM, 70 Newton meters of torque at 6,500 RPM. You've got the single disc on the front, Brembo caliper, ABS as standard, good strong braking on this. So this is the facelift model, 2016 onwards gets the TFT dash. There's also an R version with better suspension, but obviously more money. But in terms of pure fun, guys, this is an amazing bike. Obviously there's the SMCR Supermoto as well, if you prefer that sort of flavour, but they're a lot more expensive. They're a good £1,000 more money. So this is definitely a good fun bike. So guys, without further ado, let's do the test ride, shall we? So guys, welcome aboard KTM's super fun 690 Duke. The first thing you notice when you get on this bike is how light it feels. It's like a big 125. So if you can imagine that combined with the whopping torque of one of the largest singles in the world, production singles you can get, 690cc, 70 horsepower, masses of torque. This is going to be a great fun thrill machine, to say the very least. So it's all very simple actually. You've got your kill switch, your starter, adjustable front brake, hydraulic very smooth light clutch, all your buttons there for getting into the menu in the screen, turn indicators and horn, ride-by-wire throttle. That's it really. No electronic suspension. You don't have any rider modes on this. These have to be enabled, that you have to pay for with KTM, unfortunately, but hey, as it is completely basic, it's absolutely incredible. No keyless ignition on this. It's all very simple and straightforward, which is what I like really. So a little look at the dash here, ready to race. You've got your speedo, your odometer, nice to have a temperature gauge, air temperature, ambient. You've got your clock, fuel gauge, temperature gauge, and all your other warning lights. So we'll just start it up. So you're instantly greeted with a massive thump of a single, but it's not shaking itself to bits. You can definitely tell it's a monster single. Cool. But it's very smooth. We'll go into that more when we ride it. So very, very light clutch on this, and a very smooth take early on the clutch. So the first thing you notice when you pull away is how much grunt it has at low end. You don't really have to rev this that high to go quite quick. Whoa! And it absolutely booms and fires you down the road. So straight off you just can't help but be impressed with this bike. It's like, oh yeah, this is good. You know, lightweight, 70 odd horsepower, it's gonna be fun. The 690 Supermoto is supposed to be even more fun than this. So non-adjustable suspension on this. Well, you've got preload on the back, that's about it, but it does a great job round the bends. Very confidence inspiring, and it's very compliant. It doesn't jar you out of your seat or anything like that. It's just the way it grunts out of the corners. Woo! Oh, missed a gear then. Yeah, this is awesome fun. Brakes feel nice and strong. We'll do a bit more on those later on. The gearbox is very, very, very light. It does feel slightly agricultural. You can kind of feel the teeth of the gears kind of meshing when you go through. Not in a bad way, it's just the way the bike is. But it's a very light clutch, a very light gear action. It's just that whopping cylinder, single cylinder engine just sort of dominates it. Whoa. Wow. Yeah, this thing is very quick, and obviously because it's a naked bike, it accentuates the feeling of speed even more so. So here we go, sort of 60 mile an hour top gear. It's just over 4,000 revs, so nice and relaxing. So guys, let's just work through the bike in the usual way. So mirrors, obviously it's a big old single thumping away down below. They're a little bit shaky, but I can still see out of them nice and clear. Bit of a view of my elbows, but all in all not too bad. Nice big wide bars, just the same as any kind of adventure bike. So nice and wide, lots of control. Now I was kind of expecting this riding position on this bike to be quite aggressive. It's anything but, in my opinion. It's very upright and extremely comfortable. Possibly a tiny bit of weight on your wrists maybe, but for the whole it's very upright and very comfortable. The seat is extremely supportive and comfortable. Try a bit of an overtake, third gear. Yeah, lovely. So riding position nice and upright, very comfortable seat, absolutely huge amount of leg room to move about in, so that's all good. God, this thing flies! Wow! You know, when you're riding this, it may only have 70 horsepower, but you never sort of go, oh, I wish it had more. It's just spot on, this is. So we're currently here in the county of Dorset, south of England, on a nice early spring day. Right, so we're just coming into a town environment now. Now, big singles do tend to shake and bang at low speeds, but this one is got the twin spark engine, and this is actually very smooth. Anything above sort of 4,000 and it's very smooth. It's just got a nice thump, which is just adds to its character really. But this particular bike has had the O2 sensor delete fuel dongle fitted. That means you can do 30 in third gear. We're just above 3,000 revs now, look, and it's very, very smooth, whereas before they're a bit sort of juddery and jerky with the O2 sensor still in. So you can buy a little fuel dongle and fit that, and it makes it really smooth on these sort of bikes. Definitely worth doing that. So service intervals on these, oil change at about 6,000, and these particular bikes do like to have the Motor X, I think it's 1060 cross power, 4-stroke oil in them. It's just what they recommend for this particular engine, the LC4. But honestly guys, I cannot tell you how light and agile this bike feels. The seat is lovely. There's so much leg room to move your legs around. If you're a big guy, 6 foot plus, you're going to really get on with this. So low speed running, there's no surging, nothing at all. It's very civilized if you want to just take it steady. But obviously this bike is all about having fun. Wow. Try and get past this lorry. So we're third gear now guys, just over 3,000 revs. All clear. Whoa. Loads of power. So top gear now, 60 miles an hour, just over 4,000 revs. Very, very relaxing cruising. So if you wanted to just cruise on this, it's more than happy to do that. Just dropped it down to 5th now. Just try a brake test. Bear in mind, single disc on this. Yeah, very strong, very good for a single. Rear brake is good as well. We'll just try a little acceleration test. Second gear, wide open throttle, here we go. Wow. Yeah, loads of power. Seems to be happier in about 5th gear at this sort of 60 mile an hour speed. I think 6 is more of an overdrive for the sort of motorways and things. So this is currently showing an amazing 74 to a gallon, and I haven't been hanging around on it either. So riding position good, handling good, the suspension all feels very plush. The R does give better sort of, the R model, sorry, gives better sort of race orientated sort of handling, but to be honest, just for blatting around like this on, this is fine. Horn's nice, indicator switch feels good, nice and tactile, flasher feels good. So you can get 2013 models, they've got the sort of traditional tachometer, but this is the sort of facelift model with the TFT. It's just that engine just dominates this bike. Wow. Yeah, this bike, guys, is a truly fun machine. It really is. Oh, I'm going to ride this for about another hour this afternoon. Make the most of this lovely weather. Right, just stop here and have a little final thoughts. Well, the thoughts are, what a bike, what fun. So into neutral very easily, almost, you can almost miss it. Little sound test for you. Cool. Now that's what you call a sound. So side stand, nice and easy to push down. Does look a little bit sort of quirky. It's a bit sort of short and in towards the bike. But hey ho, see what it's like to push around, shall we? Because you might be quite a new rider coming to one of these, you know, you've passed your test. Oh, that's very easy to push around, obviously, with its lack of weight. Alright, let's have a little look around this bike, shall we? So yeah, trellis frame, LC4 690 engine. I say I was blown away by the 1290 Duke when I reviewed it a few months back, but that's another level. Unfortunately, no LEDs on this, all standard bulbs. But hey ho. Do you like the wheels on it? It's really nice. So there you go. KTM LC4. A lot of owners will ditch this catalytic converter and go for sort of the straight through. So as standard, these come with not an arrow, but it's a good sounding exhaust as standard apparently. This has got the arrow fitted with the baffle out, and it's loud. It just makes a nice noise. It would be even louder without that. So yeah, what a bike, guys. Truly impressive. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this bike. Have you got one? How's it been? Has it been reliable? You know, what are your thoughts? How long have you had it for? That sort of thing. Please feel free to post some comments down below, guys. I always like to read those. And please subscribe to my channel and share this video around, please. So this is Mark signing off. Catch you all again, guys. Take care, ride safe, all the best. Bye bye.